If you come from a wealthy family with generational wealth, this video is probably not for you. But if you want to start from ground zero without any experience, or probably you have something already going. If your papa don't get money, if your mama don't get money, and you say your life is not where you want it to be, listen and watch this video because we get better story to yarn you.
Hey.
I'm Iyanuoluwa.
I'm Adenike, and we are the Iyanuoluwa. I'm Adenike Iyanuoluwa, a product manager and a content marketer. So that's what I do now.
I'm a professional videographer and editor. I shoot weddings and events, documentaries, corporate shoots, and skits. You know, anything that you need to shoot.
Music, yeah, everything.
Yeah, shoot music videos too.
What do we do before we got married? What do you do before we got married? And when we got married, safe. February 2021.
February 2021 is when we started our journey together as a couple, so husband and wife.
Husband and wife, because we started before then.
So what was I doing before we got married? Basically, I was working as a computer hardware engineer, repair hardware system, laptops, and all the rest. And I also work part-time as an ICT teacher. You know what school teacher means actually. So. And I was not a full-time teacher, I was working as a part-time teacher, so the salary is very small. And so I was...
You did say you used to go to Computer Village?
As an hardware engineer in Lagos, Nigeria. Computer Village now your house now. One by one set, one house.
Thank you for putting that out. It was basically his house, yeah.
So that's what I do majorly, buy system, repair and all that. So that's like my main source of income. The teaching is just, on the side to add something to whatever it is you have going on. So I also do graphics design, basic video editing,
As I done.
Yeah, I was pretty much versatile in the computer area. I do web design also because as a computer person, once the market keep coming in, okay, no problem, you upgrade, you add this to your.
That's one thing, babe. Not everybody that sells and buy.
Knows
all these things. Have it in mind to always upgrade. That's one thing I saw with my husband. He's always trying to get like up to date, get himself known with the trends of the industry. Actually, for you to say, oh, as a computer person, I also want to learn how to do this. I can't just be repairing alone, though he was repairing. This young man
that does hardware repair that.
Exactly. But for you to now say, oh, let's just do a little bit of graphics designing, let's do a little bit of this, and let's keep learning. I just
want to be versatile on that.
Exactly, yeah. So I just wanted to point that out.
But there are times you get to repair hardware, sell laptops, and then you make, huge amount of money and be happy, but it's not consistent. It's not consistent. Another person doing the same thing out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's not consistent, and so there are times you buy some hardware part, it will fail, the loss will be on you. There's a lot of stress in that line. So basically, that was what I was doing before we got married.
Before you got married, okay, yeah.
So what were you doing before we got married?
I also wanted to say that at the time we got married too, that was what you were doing, but. Yeah. So sometimes, like you said, it varies. Like sometimes it's much, sometimes small. So it was the salary that was the steady one that we know that comes in every month. And that was still small, but it was sustainable. At least you had something coming in. Yep. Right. So I just wanted to
It's not like I'm just sitting down folding hands.
Yeah.
We're not totally illiterate people that just want to get married and start life.
Definitely.
We have something going on. We have plan. We have purpose.
Yes. Okay, so me, before we got married, I was working as a laboratory scientist. We got married in 2021. So in 2020, during the COVID period, it was a beautiful year for me because I got to work I met people, positive and negative COVID people, and it was, the fact that I worked as a laboratory scientist in a research institute in Lagos, Nigeria. So I was a project staff, and I think after that time, by the time we now got married, I entered into a new project because COVID had started coming down like that. So I entered into a new project where my salary... But we shall give glory to the Almighty God. So something was coming in, but let's just bless the name of the Lord.
yeah, something was coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was what I was doing at the time before we got married. So I was a laboratory scientist, working as a project staff in a research institute in Lagos, Nigeria, before we got married, and at the time we got married too.
So how did we switch into what we're doing right now? Should I go first?
From hardware to software. How did you do it? Told us.
Software.
Yes.
It was hard.
Soft for you. Okay.
It was hard.
Yes.
So I look forward
to the computer.
And I saw the software. So I click on my computer. I see the software.
Software. Good boy.
Okay.
So yeah, how did you move?
So basically, how did I now end up being a videographer and a video editor? For me, it was pretty easier, and it was an interesting journey for me, because most of what I do now, what I'm doing currently, is started as an hobby. Did I say I also do video editing from the beginning?
Yeah.
So it was not really professional. They started from trying to make slides, slide animations, and then start detecting
create
different
stories.
applications.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
So it all started when COVID struck, actually. I've been doing video. I've been doing some music lyrics video for people too, using some other software. It might not be been doing for others.
You see someone who is not boxing himself. You see someone who is not relaxing, because somebody was saying, "Oh, that we are not." What you don't know, don't come out to say about our story.
We're not encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Why are we going to try and start in that kind of place and encourage each other to do?
What I saw in my husband, I was looking beyond that time. We didn't have the money, and I know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, if we have our cups, it won't start.
Definitely. So. But I see someone who is getting better, upskilling, upgrading in what he's doing. Sorry I caught you. I just needed to state that out. And that's the reason we're making this video, actually, for everybody that is like us, that is in this situation, that are from ground.
If you're from ground zero and you want to transition into something better for yourself.
And ground one, baby. Those that are from ground one, ground anywhere that you are, you cannot box yourself. You cannot. Wisdom of today, AI is coming up, different things coming up every time. So you can't afford to stay where you are as a young person.
I was doing video editing already, started as an hobby. I have done some music videos.
Even while playing guitar too. I think you always mix your videos then.
Definitely.
With one balasa phone like that.
I think this is the reason I started video editing in the first place. Thank you for reminding me. So I play guitar too.
We play guitar.
So I wanted to make videos of myself playing guitar, but I have other people too in my group that plays guitar, that play better than me. So I needed something to give me an edge. So if you see my video, you probably find something interesting to watch. So I started having ideas, thinking about what to do. So that's when I started making more research into my software that I can use to get this out. So I wanted a video whereby I can be playing and I duplicate myself, some other, the same person sitting down beside me singing.
Creative.
So I was looking to create something different, something creative to catch attention. So that's how I started video editing, and I started doing videos, Back in 2018, I made a skit. I made a skit for myself. I don't know if I can find the video, I'll probably pull it up. I did a skit where I duplicated myself. And then, that pregnancy skit I did too. So I just love videos. I started loving more videos. So, and then my love for hardware started dropping, because of the stress. You have to pick system, go deliver, go fix, sometimes hardware.
I remember that your birthday.
Factory reset problem.
The day they turn off
I had to go
lockdown
from
the mainland to exactly.
System. 2 days later, the person called me that the system had issue. I had to go fix.
Iyanuoluwa.
So some stress here and there started coming up. So after a while, though the money's come on, but the stress getting too much. So I needed something more relaxing, something more creative. I'll just sit down my system and work. So I started doing more videos like that, and the passion for computer repair started dropping. So whenever I get for repairs, I just divert to someone else because stress is getting too much for me. So that was how I started videos. So I keep making my videos for myself. I keep making videos. I shoot anything I see. I shoot and edit. So in 2020, when COVID struck, I could not go out, could not do anything. The whole place was on lockdown, could not go to repair. So I started having another idea. What can I do? So I needed something more. So I started focusing more on the video editing part. So Balumi, thank you very much. So this guy saw one of my videos and he was like, "Hey, can you edit video for our studio? I have some couple of videos I need to edit. Our editor has issues on one or two things." So I said, sure, I can. So I pulled up the video, I started editing it. He loved the mix because before I do anything, I try to research. I research industry standard. How is it done over here? How is it done over here? I always want to get better at everything I do.
No, yeah, sorry, babe. Don't lose your line of thoughts. Don't lose what you wanted to say. So at the time when the guy reached out to you, you're already doing something to prepare. There's a saying that when opportunity meets preparation, then breakthrough occurs.
Yep.
So you can't afford to not upskill. That's why I'm still repeating it, so that when the opportunity comes, you can catch it. When it comes, you can't afford to not grow in your career as a young person, as whatever level you are. Please go ahead.
So that's basically how I started. So and for video shooting, I don't really handle camera that much. Then I could remember back maybe 10, 12 years ago, I used to work with one of my uncles, just move around with him to handle camera, just show me one or two things to do.
Wow.
So but I never see myself as, then it's just like photo people. I didn't see myself doing such. So I use my phone for most of the videos I do to edit and all the rest. So he loved the video I edited for him for I think it was a birthday or it was a wedding. He was like, wow, I could do this. That's how I started editing more videos. So through that process, I keep learning, I keep upskilling myself, I keep learning more in video, color grading, sound design. So I started using the industry standard software. So I started doing that. So
did you take courses?
Yeah, of course I took courses too. I think and so I leverage YouTube, make sure I watch a lot on YouTube and also take a lot of courses. So I took all the certification to boost myself. So it really helped me and it went a long way. Recently just concluded another course with Canon Academy. Look at myself now. Do I love what I'm doing? 100%. I love it. If I knew I was going to be a video person now, I probably would have started doing that from day one. I totally love what I'm doing now because I'm getting more than what I'm getting even from the hardware. It was one of my hobby. I just love doing this video because I wanted to mix video for my guitar to make it more creative. I started learning video editing. And now I still play guitar now and I still do videos. So it's an hobby for me. So you want to switch from one career, one job, whatever it is you're doing into something else. Don't jump into, they say tech is what is in vogue now. You just want to jump into tech. There's money in tech. I, as a person, I don't really like mathematics. I don't really like, that's why I find myself doing hardware repairs instead of software. Probably I've been a programmer. So I don't like mathematics. So
but of course, there are no code tech skills now. That's what I'm going to talk about, don't worry.
Yeah, so you don't just jump into tech and choose one thing because that's what is in vogue, that's what people are doing. If it's as much as possible, if you can try, let it come from something you love doing, something you can do that if they don't pay you, you still do it. You understand? So it's...
How did I switch into product management and content marketing? It's interesting. It's really interesting because my husband is the one that wants to keep pushing, break out of the box. Me, I just want to, let's just go to the lab, collect blood sample, test the sample, dust my bag and go home. Do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Go to work before 9 a.m. in the morning, leave work by 7 p.m. I just want a gentle, simple life. I didn't want to stress myself. And I didn't know what God had in store for me. So prior that time, I always write. I write. My husband, I was saying that depends.
So before we got married, actually, she always posts Bible verse on our status, on our WhatsApp status every day. So the way she analyzed the storyline, she always, she can have like 4 to 5 slides for the WhatsApp story where she would explain the story or the Bible verse in a way that you can understand, with humor, with emojis, and it's always interesting. I'm always looking forward to read them every day. And sometimes I post it on my own status too, and people react to it. So that's why I bought that.
I think you sent me one reaction one time, yeah.
So I told her, I think you need to take this thing to a platform where you can reach more people, like Facebook, for example, instead of WhatsApp that are limited to only your contacts. So she said, just love a small space. I said, okay, don't worry, just do Facebook is fine. You reach more people, you have more friends of friends who see, likes and share. So I helped her set up her, she had a Facebook already, so we upgraded her pictures, set it up, and then she started posting. So she came to me that, wow, she's getting more reaction from this, and it's really, really interesting. I said, that's it. You reach more people, you touch more people, and
so tell somebody that content in your phone, that thing you want to do, pick up your phone now, open your Facebook account, open it as I'm talking to you now. I'm going to post it there. Thank you. Okay, so how did I move, right? So after I had Timecode, I think we should show them the video where with Tokwe's stomach, I was in the laboratory. I was about 35, 36 weeks in that video. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it if we put it here. So after I had him in December 2021, by January, February, I think I went back to work. So
while you got married, you were still working as a lab scientist. Even after your baby, you're still working as a lab scientist.
After my baby, that was when I went to meet them now, if there was still another, because the project I was working on, I'm a project staff.
Make the point where you switched.
Well,
so
okay.
When you got pregnant and had your baby,
I was still a lab scientist.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was when you had your baby that the switch occurred.
Yeah. So the project ended. So there was another hope for another project. So I had put my trust in man. I had hoped that, at least somebody will even pity me one day and give me a job. People will always tell me things like, haven't you searched out of here? Even my colleagues say things like that. And I, with my own mouth, I will say it. I don't have a life outside this place.
Yeah. I remember you saying,
I told you.
This place or this place, this research institute, you just want
Is either this research institute or nothing.
You really love it. She really loves what she's doing. She's so much in love with it. There are times they will have nights, they will have to take samples.
Sleep overnight. I think the only reason I could not sleep at some point was because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So at that time, I myself just say things like, I don't see myself outside here. At some point, I was comfortable and I was scared. I was scared to make move. I was scared to push.
Yeah.
I was scared to break out of where I was. So by February, I went back there. They kept posting me. They said the project has not started. They said there is no money for the project. They said, that they cannot, they are sorry, they can't, there's nothing for me. I was really disappointed and devastated. I cried. I really cried because I felt my life has ended, because this is life for me, right? So after that disappointment, so I'm saying to somebody now, you've been disappointed, dust your back, dust it off, dust it, and move on, please.
Move on.
Get up. Don't be afraid.
The Lord
please.
has greater things in store for you. Just have to make a move.
Just listen to the story. So at that time, thankful for my husband. I was using his system. We hadn't gotten a new. The one I'm using now is still the one that got it for me. So that person that was saying something like, we are not pushing each other. We are not encouraging each other. We are not good for each other. We are not challenging each other. I work with my device, guys. I earn with my device. I didn't spend a dime on this phone. And I'm not even joking. So that's by the way. That I started writing.
So how did you start writing? So you were already posting on Facebook.
Yeah.
And why, after your baby, when you could no longer go to work, when there was no project anymore for you and you are home, so you started leveraging Instagram.
Yes.
Started creating reels.
Yes. Motherhood content. Yeah.
Motherhood content.
Yeah.
As a person that just had a baby, just enjoying what you do while you stay at home.
Yeah.
So when you did not start.
Yes. And I now met with people. I had a lady in church then. She's a content marketer. She writes. So I also spoke with her. She gave me a crash course I can never forget. So I went to her place. She gave me the course, more like she just explained what it is. And after some time, she started giving me content calendars to write. She would get the job and give it to me that, let me write this. Mind you, I wasn't being paid though. This is me in a new career trying to, so that was how I transitioned.
Totally.
So totally. totally. And now, am I where I desire to be? No. But do I love where I am now? Would I give it all to be where I am now? Definitely yes. Now my dream of having more than one source of income is happening. My dream of being able to work from the comfort of my home is happening. So I got into writing content calendars for R. I now started taking courses. You know, I was home with my baby. Moms, mothers, I've heard people say, oh, their life turned to shambles after they had their babies. My life became what it is now after I had Timecode.
And that's some other area for singles too. Once you get married and you have your baby, your life is going to come into a disaster.
No.
You won't be able to control anything.
No.
You won't be able to do anything as a mother. Your life will turn upside down. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. It doesn't work that way for everybody. I had people around me who it was bad for because they had children. But I didn't let myself move in that belief that, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that kind of mindset.
That kind of mindset. Yes. Yes. So after I had to pay, I took courses, like I took a lot of courses when I now did product management. So I now got internship, unpaid internship. When I worked with Lifetree, it wasn't paid. Unpaid internship with a UK company. And then I did that internship for like 3 months. And then also I leveraged community. I connected with people online, especially on Instagram. So somebody shared my contact with somebody like that. I got another internship. So I was doing digital marketing internship and also in the product management course. So I just completed the product management course in March. And now I'm working as a product manager. I'm not being paid as a product manager now, but we've been through so much to know that there is a starting point. There's a place of, you know, we always say it, don't despise the days of little beginnings. You cannot. But will you keep getting better? We are here to tell you that, yes, you keep getting better. You keep getting better. I love what I'm doing now. I love being a product manager. This is the whole story of me transitioning into a new career now. Yeah. So,
as a summary, a young guy, a young lady starting out in life, looking to get married, and you don't have everything figured out yet. Like a recent reel I did on Instagram, make sure you carry God along in that decision you want to do, so that you can get a partner that will help you, that will elevate you. A wife is supposed to come into your life and bring favor from God, so you don't bring someone into your life to ruin you. And what it is that you need to do first is to discover who you are and what you want to be. That's when you get a partner or an helper that will help you work in line in accomplishing that thing for you. Because we see a lot that is happening. We won't deny that we don't see marriages crash, we don't see fight and all those things. So you need to know who you are going into this with. You know if they're worth it or not. So when God is with you and you allow the Holy Spirit to help you have a relationship with Christ that guides you, then you'll be on the right path. Don't just go for someone that all you guys do is hang out, the latest movies, cinema. Sit down. So when we started out, I told her, lady, look at me. This is what I'm worth. This is what my family wants.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything. I'm practically nobody, but so this is what I do. This is what I do. This is how much I work. This is how much. So when I noticed that it's getting serious and we started having some serious discussion, so I let her know I don't try to form what I'm not, because probably everything will have end up being a disaster by now. So make sure you carry God along. Carry God along. God created marriage as an institution. You can't just jump into marriage without an approval from the owner of the institution.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our pages. If you have any questions as regards career, we are not career coaches.
We're not career coaches. We're just sharing our example, our life experience, so that it can motivate you. You can, because if there's one way I like to talk to people, I don't like giving inspirational talk, aspire to aspire. I give you my life experience so that you can so you can see one or two things you can pick from there and learn.
So guys, if you have any questions as regards I'm a product manager, I'm a content marketer, I manage people's social media pages too. My husband is a videographer, video editor. So if you have any questions as regards anything about this, just let us know. Hit us in the comments or hit us in our DM. And also if you still come to me that you need question on graphic design, thank God, as a product manager, I have designers in my team. So I have people I can reach out to, that you can talk to.
And if you need marital advice too, we can point you in the right direction. We have mentors. We are surrounded with mentors that guide us, that we learn from, and we can share our own little experience also with you, so you can have something. Remember, iron sharpeneth iron.